Hello, everybody. And on behalf of PayU and Team IDS Next, I would like to extend each and every one of you a warm welcome to today's webinar. We hope you're all keeping safe. We have all been through difficult times, especially this time in this phase of the pandemic. We hope and pray that you continue to keep yourself and your family safe and continue to do so. The good news we see about countries opening up, hotels going houseful, travel started, masks are off. There is a ray of hope, and we hope that once the vaccination is done in our countries, I think we are all set for a booming session ahead. The reason why we are doing these webinars now is one, because we have a lot of spare time to invest and understand the new tools which are out there for you as a hotelier. When you open up, when you're faced with situations, it's important for you to know the tools that exist so that you will be able to handle the new profile of travelers, whether it's a 24 to 39-year-old profile of traveler who's new age, who wants to control everything from their smartphones, to do everything digitally, right? And also the new profile of guests influenced by the pandemic, whether it's contactless or whatever they opt for. So the reason why we have these sessions is for you to increase the awareness amongst you as hoteliers as to what are the options out there. How can you improve your operations, as well as how can you make life easy for your guests and make them feel safer? So the agenda for today is a short introduction by me, of course, and followed by the main session, which is 2021, the year of contactless payments, by Abhishek Mukherjee, followed by a question and answer session where all of you can unmute and ask questions. Those of you who do not want to ask, if there's any disturbance, you can always use the chat to type in your questions, and we will come back to you. We'll read out those questions and come back to you. And finally, we request you all to wait for the feedback and closing session. We'll be presented with a QR code and a link to submit your feedback so that we can improve upon these webinars from time to time. Uh, the topic or the takeaways for today in today's webinar are the changing times, what is PayU, who they are and what they do, the PayU advantage, hospitality specific offerings of PayU, and product highlights. So PayU is India's largest payments platform, serving over 1 million big as well as small merchants across the country. Today's speaker is Abhishek Mukherjee, Director Sales of PayU. He's a seasoned professional with over 20 years of experience and a proven track record across business management, strategic alliances, business growth, and customer service. He's experienced in creating and scaling new business verticals, brewing strategic and tactical alliances for overall business growth. Earlier, headed complex projects for Airtel Payments Bank, Oxygen Services, Tata Group, and Optimus, which was Polaris Labs. With that, I would now welcome Abhishek Mukherjee uh, to present the session. Over to you, Abhishek.
Thank you for the introduction, Jacob. And thank you everyone for taking time from your busy schedule to kind of be here with us, where we can quickly brief you or rather share some insights on how the our industry is shaping up at the moment, and what we are contributing. I hope all of you are safe and are indoors and managing the family and the current pandemic situation to the best possible capabilities at the moment. Resources are limited. All of us have been kind of trying to make the best of what we have, and right as Jacob said, a lot of upskilling related activities are actually happening. People are exploring alternate mediums of transactions, and not only transactions, business otherwise. And I've seen a lot of five-star hotels move into home deliveries, and everyone wants to do something or the other new, because at the end of the day, the business continuity needs to happen. Lockdowns actually have become a reality, and as the human race has always coped up with whatever we have been facing for which is called evolution for so many years, we still continue to evolve. Some numbers around the changing times. So what we are looking at, we through our database and a lot of studies also that are happening globally, we're just trying to figure out, what is the new change that's happening. Things that are changing now are bringing forth a lot of upskilling that is happening. So the data speaks to with itself. We have 70% increase in the transactions, especially in the ed tech sector, education technology sector. Uh, Good thing about the contactless payments is that they are growing at a phenomenal rate. UPI has seen around 288% growth in the transactions, and people have actually started spending money on UPI. When we say UPI, it is the common use of UPI is the QR code which is used using phone pay, using Amazon and Google Pay, etc., even Paytm for that matter. And the good part is that PayU has been a part of this particular journey and growth for all the UPI payments in the market, being as one of the preferred partners with even NPCI when it comes to UPI related initiatives. So we take pride in kind of ensuring that more and more people become digitally savvy and they are able to utilize what the government is doing beautifully in the country in the form of UPI through NPCI. EdTech, as we spoke, it has grown 78% growth over the last year, which is phenomenal. Retail and e-commerce is also growing at a good rate of 106%. We're seeing that there's a 124% increase in the overall expenditure. The household expenditures are moving towards e-commerce. Let it be food, let it be essential services, let it be medicines. Everyone is just trying to ensure that they are kind of going online and taking the advantage of what services and products and facilities are available to them. Travel and hospitality had taken a major hit. There people the lockdowns, the rooms and everything, there's a major hit that is happening across the industry. We saw 86% dip in the travel related expenditure of people. However, this has kind of given rise to a change in the overall customer behavior. So what we've been studying and analyzing over the last few months, or I would say, almost 1 year, more than 1 year rather, is that there's an increase in alternate payment users. So people who were never online today are online. They're using credit cards, they're using debit cards, they're using UPI wallets, and taking advantage of the price wars which are happening in this hyper competitive market. Their reach is increasing. Products that they were limited reach earlier are being accessible by people online, and to do that they are using alternate payment modes. Most of the We are also seeing that the cash transactions are reducing online, and they are more and more digital transactions are happening, predominantly because people are not carrying cash. They don't wish to go to the ATMs. They don't want to get exposed to the cash because cash is something which is not sanitized, and we rarely sanitize a currency, and the currency may be carrying the virus. So as a result, people are refraining from using cash. DIY, do it yourself, is a culture which we've started inculcating in our day-to-day life. People are right from furnitures to bookings to doing a lot of household work and everything. People are just going towards a DIY attitude in most of the things. Contactless deliveries and payments are something which even the e-commerce and others are also powering and kind of promoting in the market. At the end of the day, contactless delivery is something which is again ensuring that you are getting the stuff at your doorstep, but you are not coming in contact with any other individual who might carry the virus or kind of give you an infection. So people usually have one area designated in the house or outside in the veranda on the staircase where people can just drop in the couriers, and then the sanitizers come out, and so everyone's doing that. That's being picked up, and that's becoming a behavior now. Um, Ability to work remotely is something which is giving rise to a new culture in India, which is called work vacations. Many people have been going to the mountains, to hill stations, to other other places to kind of experience to change the scene actually. People have been tired sitting at home, so they are taking work vacations, long vacations. They would take 7 days, 8 days, 10 days on economical travel and stays, and prefer going into villas and so on and so forth. Or sorry, and actually staying over there, working from there remotely, gives them a good recreation as well at times, and a change of scene is always good. So that is something as a new culture that is getting inculcated in India. Most of the companies are permitting people to work from home for months together, for quarters together. So yeah, people are kind of utilizing that, going out, staying away from their normal city hustle bustle, and kind of enjoying the nature as well. Distribution is shifting. Companies are actually spending a lot of money and efforts in terms of educating the people who have not been digitally savvy for some time, using social media and others, and they're actually trying to get them to for digital transactions, and digital purchasing and sale of goods and services, which is in turn responsible to a certain extent to the for the increase of digital transactions in India, as we saw in the previous slides as well. Um, Focus is shifting, as we were saying, that a lot of people, a lot of businesses are actually venturing into other mediums or other means of earning revenue. Deliveries are becoming food delivery, for especially for the hotel segment. Food delivery is becoming very important. Some of the hotels have actually gone into the quarantine category as well. They're actually helping people with beds, and are able to helping governments and states to kind of uh, provide services and services to the needy. So there are a lot of changes that are happening. People are coming together in this time, and a lot of evolution is happening in the customer behavior as well. Well, while we are supporting at all levels, for not only to the end customers, to the merchants, we at PayU believe that being a global leader comes with a lot of responsibility. We have done initiatives like for charities and donations. We are not charging any fees, any transaction fees as well. We're just promoting that. Even in many cases, we are promoting discounted transaction pricing, so that people get the hang of it. They get used to the digital transaction, and eventually giving a boost to the overall economy as well. Online transactions, GST, and other things are definitely taken care of. So, as global leaders, first of all, let me just quickly introduce what PayU is. We are the flagship company in the fintech space for Naspers. Naspers is a $175 billion internet and media giant, present globally. They're listed in the London and Johannesburg stock exchanges as well. Uh, PayU is a fintech arm for Naspers, and PayU India contributes to the 60% of overall PayU global revenues when it comes to the payment gateway services. We service around four and a half lakh merchants monthly. We are present in 18 plus growth markets internationally. We process not less than $30 billion of transactions in a year. And if you talk about the Indian market, we cover 60% of the airlines business and 90% of the e-commerce business in the country. We have being one of the oldest in the payment industries. We in the payment industry, we have one of the best technology stacks, the services available in the market. We offer multiple solutions, right from omni-channel payment solutions, where we offer machines, we offer integrated billing and POS services. We offer with IDS Next, we've created a cashless, a contactless mechanism where people can simply, sitting in the room, are able to make a payment of their, bills sitting right from their room before they check out. So that removes the clutter in the lobby. And a lot of things can be used. The same thing can be used at restaurants. The same thing can be used for deliveries, at doorstep, and so on and so forth. When we talk about PayU, we offer multiple debit card and credit cards, everything, all the cards available in the Indian market. Even the international cards are supported by us. Net banking is something which we again offer for all the banks. All wallets are there. So the advantage with PayU is that we are able to get all the leading wallets in a single integration to you. So the customers can use any mode of payment that they want. And we have a very powerful dashboard for you to simply sit back with a single click, look at the transactions, and not only look at them or monitor them, you can also reconcile them online. And that is what the beauty of the system is, that everything is stitched in a manner that you can simply look at a single string and see what the reconciliation, how the reconciliation has happened, what payments have been received under which order. This actually saves a lot of time and effort from the finance folks as well. So when we talk about how we are leveraging these solutions for the hotel industry, with the integrations that we have a single click integration with IDS Next. If you have the software from IDS Next, all you need to do is simply sign up for PayU from there itself, and benefit from all the services that we actually offer on IDX. We offer multiple products, we offer multiple services, we help you process your refunds on a real-time basis. We will also help you define your loyalty programs at a local level. We will be able to give you a closed wallet service as well. And all these things are can be done through PayU and IDS Next and the partnership that we have with IDS. Some of the hospitality related services that we are actually extending, which would make very sense for most of the entrepreneurs who are there on the call, who are and the teams that are managing the hotels, is the classic problem is of a refund. When a customer comes, uses a credit card or a debit card for a payment, for let's say for a home delivery or at a restaurant or even at the hotel, we usually initiate a refund at source, which is as per the RBI regulations. We can also use the PayU system, and which usually takes not less than 72 hours to 15 days, depending on which mode you're sending the money back or which card you're sending the money back to. However, PayU has a beautiful solution for the refunds, which can be utilized on a single click. You can process a refund, and the refunds are near real time. So you can send the money back to someone's bank account or to a card image almost instantly. And that is something which actually saves a lot of time at the customer services, at the front desks, and definitely increases the credibility of your business in front of the customers, that you're not holding the customer's money back, you're sending the money back instantly. We offer instant international payments, accept payments from almost 100 currencies. So everything is available. Single integration brings everything at your doorstep. When it comes to international payments, we offer a competitive pricing, very easy and very convenient. We take away all the problems that you have. So basically, we manage everything end to end for you. We offer saved card details, something which is very critical. We have repeat users. You can save the details. Payments are guaranteed. Frictionless payments. That is something which is definitely a win-win or a good feel-good factor for the customers. Hospitality is about customer services. So these are the few services that we offer. And I feel very strongly that these are in today's times no longer a differentiator but a necessity. So we are offering all these services as a part of the integration we have. Um, as we were talking, as I was mentioning, reconciliation is the heart of the product. So everything that you do using the PayU services, let it be the pay in, the payouts, or the settlements, or anything, everything gets reconciled in a single dashboard, and it definitely helps in saving a lot of time and effort at all levels in the organization. We do one of the core products which is definitely being used by a lot of hoteliers across is the pay by link solution, where you simply send out a link. You are able to collect payments using a simple link. The link can be pushed using WhatsApp, social media, or any other medium which is there, emails, SMS, even Facebook messengers, WhatsApp, etc. So you can use all of them. And the beauty is that the link will actually have all payment modes and options available to you. Let it be credit card, debit card, net banking, UPI, or even wallets for that matter. Moving on, the best one of the best solutions which is picking up right now is the Bharat QR. Single QR. We offer multiple varieties of it. We offer it in static mode. We offer it a dynamic mode. Also offer a integrated static QR code as well. When we say static, easy to consume, simply one restaurant or one shop or one delivery boy, you can give a single QR code, the guy scans it, and the payment comes. Being BQR, the beauty of this solution is that this QR can be scanned using any application which has a UPI enabled into it, or a Bharat QR enabled into it. So practically all your net banking applications or mobile banking applications that are there, all the leading wallets in the market, mobile applications for banks, and likes of Google Pay and others, everyone, any of these applications can scan the single QR code, and there is no hassle in terms of issuing multiple QR codes. You can just have one QR for your business. Everyone uses the same QR. The money comes to your account. Almost the information hits you instantaneously on success and failure. We offer dynamic BQR, which is again a very, very good solution and a powerful solution for multiple transactions. And reconciliation becomes very, very simple with the dynamic BQR, because with dynamic BQR, what it means is that every transaction will have its own unique QR code. What that means is that all your system does is it generates an invoice, there's an invoice number, and there is a unique BQR code attached to it. Since the QR code is attached to every time the payment will happen, our system will stitch the payment transaction and the successful response of that payment directly to the invoice number. Makes it very, very seamless and simplified for the end user to make a transaction, and for your finance teams to simply reconcile the entire payment that has happened in the system. We also take pride in doing a lot of industry first activities. So we've just recently launched a service where you can convert using a QR scan. You can convert EMIs. So if anyone wants to convert a payment into an EMI, all they have to do is just scan the code, and boom, you have an EMI available to you as well. We offer other services like same day settlement. You don't have to wait for 24, 48 hours. And you would like to ensure that your money hits your accounts on a daily basis. So yeah, same day settlement is something that we offer. Recurring payments, standing instructions are also something that we offer. However, with the current government regulation changes, there are small hiccups in the recurring payment for the entire industry. However, PayU has been ready with it. We are just waiting for the banks to come on board. And once the banks have made the technological changes into their systems, that is the time. All we need to do is just switch it on. So I think that the timeline given by by RBI to the banks is around September. So we should see the recurring payments into actions as well. However, the PayU stack offers that seamlessly. Payouts is something which a product that we take big pride in. It's a very, very powerful product. It's definitely used by not only small and medium enterprises, but as well as the big giants like the e-commerce giants like Flipkart, Amazon, etc. for processing refunds. Refunds is a big pain. Money gets stuck, customers get uneasy. The the impulse to make a purchase is lost because the customer's money is blocked. So now the person is no longer interested in making a purchase, but the person is actually, kind of waiting for the money to come back before making that decision of making secondary purchase. So payouts is used for refunds as a service. And the next best use case that we have seen over the past few months in this rapidly growing market has been salary dispersals. It's a simple virtual account based product. All you need to do is upload a file in your system using the PayU dashboard, click, and the money goes to the accounts instantly. Right? We all understand sending money to people is how important in these times, especially when your staff is remote and in remote locations. You want to process it. You don't want to get into the bank. We offer cash advances through various lenders in the market. So we can use all these products in collaboration to come up with a very strong salary solution as well. So these are the few use cases of the product that we offer. The beauty is, or rather the strongest point about this product is that it is instant and it is automated. Doesn't require too much. We do offer an Excel based service as well. All you need to do is just load the Excel and process the file. However, an automated version is something which is very much preferred. Simply just load the accounts, mention the amount, and the money hits the account. So the idea is that in these changing times, PayU wants to play. We have been playing a very, very vital role in terms of digitizing the country. We are trying to ensure that we are able to innovate and bring more and more convenience-based services to our merchants, to our partners, and to their merchants, and play our bit in these tough times, trying to ensure that more and more businesses are exposed to the digitization that is happening in the country, and more people are able to transact and benefit or rather aid the commerce of this country sitting at home. So we are just trying our best, our bit to deliver whatever is best. For my side, thank you. This was a brief note that I wanted to share about what we are doing at PayU and how we are excited to be a part of your digital journey as well. We will go all out in terms of solving any problem that you feel or rather you would like to raise. I would just request Jacob and Sachit from IDS to kind of take on from here. Thank you so much for taking out the time and listening to what I had to say today. Uh, Please be safe. These are tough times, and I wish health to all of you, and your loved ones. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Abhishek, for the insights. For all the attendees, you must be already aware that we have introduced a contactless solution by the name of FX Gem. The URL is now visible on your screen. What it does in a nutshell, if you're not aware, is that from the time a guest makes a booking, in through any channel for could be an OTA, it could be directly with your hotel, irrespective of the source of booking. When you send a reservation confirmation, the FX Gem process will kickstart, wherein the link, a mobile link, will be sent to the guests. From there, they would get to see the features of the hotel. They could submit the identification documents which are required for check-in, so that they don't have to come to the lobby, give you their identification, and then for you to have a photocopy created all the time while they stand there. So this solution helps the guests to submit the identification. The identification documents land into the PMS. In the PMS, your reservation staff can check the validity of these documents. If it is valid, they kind of check it off. And once the identification documents are all correct, the guest will get a QR code, as you can see on the screen. with which they come to the front desk. As soon as they show the QR code, you can scan the QR code, give the room key, and off the guest goes into the room. But this doesn't end when he reaches the room. The guest can always, see, place orders for room service, maybe request for services from the room directly from this application. They can also go to the in-house restaurants and then be seated at the table, pull up a menu using the QR code which is placed on the table. Again, you can avoid contact with the paper menu card and the paper menu which was earlier placed. They can always open up the menu. They can select the order. The steward would come, verify, and then these verified items would be fired into the kitchen directly. Once that is all done, when the guest wishes to do a checkout, they can request for a checkout from the application. The bill would be sent directly through the mobile to the room, right, where the guest is. Maybe if it's in the room or in the lobby, doesn't matter. Wherever he has the phone, he or she can view the bill, make the payment, which is where the PayU's integrated payment application comes into the picture, the multiple modes of settlement, and off he goes. I mean, so that's the digital journey for the guest. And this entire solution is available. It's called FX Gem. The URL is available. You can always go to our website and have the details. There's even a short video for you to have a look at the whole process. Now, coming to the next session, it's the Q&A questions from the audience, right? So uh, questions could be directly to PayU or anything that you might need to know about PayU's applications. So those of you who have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself and fire those questions right away. If you want to use the chat, please use the chat and ask any questions. So while the questions are being thought about, and in the interim, Abhishek, uh, oh, we lost Abhishek. Let's wait for him.
No, no, I'm there. I'm there. This
Oh,
is
okay.
some
Oh,
other
some.
shake.
All right. Okay. So, Abhishek, I had a quick question while the audience asked you the questions. Do you think cash will ever make a comeback?
Uh, See, cash will not make a comeback to what it used to be. I remember a couple of years back, 65% of the transactions, 65 to 70% of the transactions on e-commerce was cash. Today, the tables have turned.
Mm-hmm.
We see around 40% being cash and remaining everything is all digital. So, which is a very, very good sign. Even countries like the United States are still not cashless. While they have all the services, they would not be more than 35%. They still have a 30% cash ecosystem available. But a country like India, which was actually running at 80% or 90% cash initially, today is sitting at a 65% cashless or a 70% cashless is amazing. Yes, cash will make a comeback, but not to a great extent. People are loving this convenience. People are moving, more and more people are getting tech savvy and educated. And I'm sure all the viewers and the users on this chat as well would also realize, and a common example is our parents. For me, my mother and my father have moved digital. Today, my mom takes 5 minutes to just go to Amazon and make a shopping request. Sitting at home, she's able to kind of make the payments, and she's pretty happy about it. So especially when the older population in the country is moving towards it, the chance of the cash making a comeback to that extent is definitely not possible.
Cool. Abhishek, I mean, I'm not really sure whether it's just me, but I just can't see you on camera. If you
Oh,
have
sorry.
disabled it,
Right. Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. My
Right.
camera was disabled.
Okay. Right. So, Abhishek, we have a question. I mean, that maybe to IDS from Mr. Sheikh. Do we have a provision where the guest can click his live picture and attach with his ID and submit before check-in? Yes, I think that's a question to us at IDS. Definitely, Mr. Sheikh, there is an option where you can submit the photograph and, pass it through the FXGem application. So photograph plus all the valid identification documents are possible. All right. So again, anybody else who has any questions, please feel free to unmute. And it is your time. We are talking only till the time you people ask a question.
Okay.
Hi,
Uh,
hi
I
Abhishek.
Yeah,
have one question.
sure. Please go ahead.
Which one? Me?
Yeah, you go ahead first, and I think the gentleman can
Okay.
ask after you.
Very good. This is Fasaha from Ethiopia, Africa.
Hmm.
So, is it working for international banking system or for the local only for India? Because the local bank here, should they necessarily integrate with this one, or it works by default or any other means? Because
Uh,
people
which
are paying here. Yeah. Okay. Tell me.
which country did you say you're from?
This is Ethiopia.
Okay, Ethiopia. So
Okay.
Abhishek, I think he's asking about Ethiopia. PayU International, I think you're the best person to answer that
PayU
question.
Global, thanks for the question. PayU Global is available. We are dominant in the Africa's and the South African markets. Uh, PayUGlobal.com is PayU.com is something where you can kind of visit and see the service as well. As far as the integrated service with IDS is concerned, we are working on that. So yes, whatever we are offering in India today, we will be offering that globally as well.
Oh, so any payments which is being made by local currency, it will go to the customer or to the client account on the same day? Does it work in such a way?
It depends. It depends on the country to country basis. It can go same day as well, and it takes maximum 24 to 48 hours. The confirmation of the payment, however, would be instant.
Good. Okay. So I think it may require some integration with PMS first to go ahead with this one. Am I right?
Yes. You can leave your email address to us on a one-on-one chat of sorts. We will ensure that one of my global team members gets in touch with you.
Yeah, I will get in touch with my team as well, Gayan and Rajesh. Sure.
Perfect. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Good. Okay.
so somebody else wanted to ask a question. I don't know the name, but please go ahead and ask.
Hi Abhishek. This is for PayU. I'm Yogesh from Sulaviniards, Nasik. So, hello,
Hi,
can you
Yogesh.
hear?
Yes, yes.
Hi, Abhi. One question. This was regarding reconciliation. In recent past, we have faced little bit problem of in the reconciliation. So, that is there anything else that we have to do for everyday settlement option and the dashboard thing?
Yogesh, what I can do is let's connect, separately. Just walk me through what problem you had faced. We will kind of check that
That's
out.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
if
see,
you can.
we have APIs. We have APIs which will help you do the online reconciliation. So your systems can consume the APIs, and the information on settlement will be passed on to your system, which can in turn stitch it with the transaction ID. So we will enable all the information from the banks also getting passed to you.
Okay. And second question was that a little more focus on the dynamic QR code.
Right.
So, can you please little elaborate on that, because I think that will be more useful, I think, in the future also.
Yes, Yogesh. Dynamic QR code is something which is very, very is picking up speed right now in the market. Basically, what happens is that all the systems, the billing platforms which are there, they are generating invoices. And earlier in the old avatar, what it used to do was people used to have a single QR code printed and pasted on the desktop or on the counters, and the customers were scanning that, and then there was no reconciliation mechanism or online reconciliation that was happening. It was all manually driven. There were a lot of frauds also which happened initially. That's why a lot of shopkeepers did not use the QR. However, what we've done is we have created a dynamic QR. So the moment your system generates a invoice, we will be able to generate a QR code which is specific to that invoice, which would have the invoice number or and the amount embedded in it. So what happens is every time the person makes the payment using that particular QR, every transaction a new QR gets generated. Now you can decide to print it on your bill. You can decide to send that QR or a payment link using that, or you can print it on a digital screen if you have at the counters or on the mobile phones, and the consumer can simply scan the QR and make the payment. So every payment that hits that QR will get added to the system against the said invoice number or against which the QR was created. So it's a unique QR for every transaction. It makes your life very, very simple when it comes to the reconciliation, because you know that this payment from this QR came against this particular invoice and from this particular customer. So it makes reconciliation real time very, very easy, simple, and seamless. So that's what the BQR does for you. Dynamic BQR does for you.
Yes, thank you. Thanks a lot. And sorry to I missed out. Whom should I get in contact with for the reconciliation thing you said?
Uh, Yogesh, you can drop your email address here, and I will have my team members on the call to kind of pick up that conversation with you.
Yogesh, you can use the
Okay,
chat
thank you,
window.
Abhishek. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, chat window. Type
Yes,
in your email and say reconciliation will get worked out.
yes. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so anybody else, if you have any questions, please go ahead, unmute and ask. Meantime, we have a couple of questions in chat, Mr. Sheikh again. Uh, Also, do you have an offline facility where we can use the card details of the guest in case he needs to pay offline? So, Abhishek, I think you can answer that. Is that clear enough?
Yes, it is. See, what you're looking at is a offline card POS device. So you using a POS device, you can pre-authorization related. There are POS devices, especially the ones that work in airlines. So they are there. We can definitely explore that. I'm not sure PayU offers an offline solution as of now.
Okay, so yes, so
However, there are multiple products that we offer which can be used here. So, for example, when we are talking about cashless, we are also talking about contactless. You don't need a card at all. You can simply do a digital transaction. It can be using a UPI scan. It can be using a simply entering the card details on a link. It can be a link that gets sent over an SMS to the customer. You don't even have to get a device there. And by clicking that SMS itself, the link, they are able to access credit, debit, net banking, UPI, etc. So it's a single link that you can send. I think that will solve the uh, purpose that you are trying to achieve by using an offline card payment.
okay. Related question from Mr. Sheikh again. What happens during bank holidays? Will we get immediate revert in case of payment received? I think it's about the settlement. Yeah.
Yes. So the settlement intimation happens real time, even on bank holidays. So that's not a problem at all.
Um, Another question is from Mr. Ramkumar Singh. We are using PayU since a couple of years, but I'm afraid we don't have same-day settlement feature. We are facing payment irregularities. So something to do with same-day settlement and April payment.
Right.
He also asked if this is a feature that has to be applied for.
Yes. So, Mr. Kumar, you would actually have to apply for this. All you need to do is just drop a mail to your account manager. or one of my team members here, we will definitely have reach out to you, and you can simply enable this service. This service is available at a nominal cost. Just speak to your CAM; they will walk you through. It's a very simple service. All we need to do is just enable it for you. There is no integration further required for this.
Okay. Next question from Ashim Kyle. Ashim, you might have to unmute because I don't think the entire question is clear. Is it a separate interface with IDS to be implemented? Any hardware required? So I think let me begin by answering that. Abhishek, you can pitch in from what I understand. It's yes, I mean you have to it is integrated already. PayU's application is integrated with IDS Next FX Gem, and you just need to apply for PayU if you don't have it already. If you have it, then you request us for the integration, and it will be done. In terms of hardware requirement, I don't think there's anything required, right, Abhishek? Is that correct?
Yeah, there is no hardware required.
So Ashim Kyle, I think if we have answered your question fully or not, I do not know. If you would like to unmute and ask, please go ahead. All right. Okay, he says it's fine. Okay, that's fine. Uh, okay, so a couple of questions again I had is how different is the QR payments from the card payments, Abhishek? Quickly in a nutshell, maybe.
See, QR card payment is only restricted to debit and credit. QR payment allows you to explore other options like UPI, like net banking, and the best part is that you don't require a physical medium to do a QR based transaction. All you need is your phone, a working internet connection, and an app. Whichever app you might be using, you can be using an HDFC, SBI, or ICICI Access net banking apps, mobile banking apps. That is, you can be using a Paytm, you can be using a phone pay. So it a QR opens all payment options for you, and the a good part is that even during the pandemic and otherwise also, you don't actually have to give your card to anyone. You don't have to. So the point of getting hacked, or maybe someone cloning your card, or people, these are fears that people have. It's not that easy that it happens very easily, but yeah, the idea is that you have a credit card, you remember the number, do it on do it using the QR itself. You don't even actually have to take out your card, and you're not swiping your card here and there. A QR code, that is where the QR code comes in and helps you. All you need is your mobile phone and a working internet connection with a banking app.
All right. Another interesting thing that you mentioned, though I could not gather fully, is Abhishek, about the salary processing. You mentioned something, but let me just quickly ask you. Let's say, for example, I mean, I am not really sure if this feature exists or not. Let's say, for example, I'm an employee and my salary has to be credited to my bank account. There are many people who would like a portion of that salary, let's say X percentage, to be routed to their parents or something of that sort automatically. So when, let's say, X amount hits, 50% of that goes to another bank account, and so on and so forth. So are those kind of things available, or how exactly do you think the salary processing part helps the hotel industry?
See, the idea about the salary services that we actually extended was keeping in mind the SME and MSME categories, where you have a large workforce, where you have remote workforce. And a beautiful example that you gave right now is that if I want to split my salary into two, so in the today's scenario, what happens is that, let's say if I'm getting 10,000 or 15,000 rupees as salary, I'm getting it in my bank account, and then I have to make an effort of going and sending the money, to my to the parents or whoever is in need. With a customized solution like this from PayU, what we can do is we can use the payouts tool to add multiple accounts, and the money can be split multiply from company itself.
Abhishek, we are losing you. We are losing you.
Uh, am I audible?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So what happens is that by doing so, what you can do is you can configure the account and the split as well. And because it's a system beyond, which sits before the banking system, we are able to customize it better. Imagine this customization you sending to the bank that, okay, I have one account, you have to give 15,000 rupees to Abhishek. Out of 15,000, 5,000 has to go to his parents, right? So if that is the case, usually that customization does not happen. However, with PayU, we can design that product in such a way for you that you can just simply ask the employee to update the bank accounts of respective people, put the amount and give a percentage, and basis that we can kind of split and make the payments into for salary as well. And since it is happening using a virtual account in the backend, it is instant. It doesn't matter whether it's a bank holiday or not a bank holiday. uh, the money can be sent out even on bank holidays as well. So that's the advantage of this product.
Perfect. I think those are the questions. If there's anybody else, we are running short of time. Please quickly unmute and ask uh, before we step into the next session. Manasa, over to you while we wait for anybody else to ask a question. Um,
So I'm so sorry about that. Just a second, I'm just.
no worries. So I've shared the screen for you. That makes it easier.
Yes. So this is to all of our audience. This is your feedback form. If you could just click on the QR, you will have a bunch of things that you can fill in. This is your basic details that we would like, and also how you enjoyed the session, if it really helped you, or if you want anybody to get in touch with you through this. Put in all of those information here for us, and we will get in touch with you. So it's just questions like if you're interested in taking up PayU as a part of your PayU as one of your payment gateways, would you like a call back from us? We can arrange all that once you give us your information. So if you could please put that in, that'll be really helpful. I hope we were able to answer all of your questions. If you have any as a last before we close, you can just put it either in the chat or you can just ask. You can raise your hands and just ask the questions. We'll let you on live.
I think no
I
one is
think,
asking. Yeah.
yes, I think we can move on. Thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this today. I hope you had a great session. I hope we were able to answer all of your queries. And if you still have any queries, please do ask for a call back on the feedback form exactly that we are just sharing right now. And again, thank you so much for being here. Hope you all are safe and doing well. We will get through this soon, hopefully, and everything will be back to normal. Thank you so much, IDS, for doing this with us. Jacob, Senthil, as well as Sachit, thank you so much for putting this together. We are very happy to be a part of this time and again with you. Thank you so much, Abhishek, for your presentation. Thank you to Team PayU. We have here Advait and Ria. Thank you so much for helping us put this together. And again, do stay safe. Take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Abhishek. I think you're on mute. You are saying something. Uh,
I was just saying thank you, and for everyone, just please be safe. We indoors, this is the time you have to take care of your health as well as the health of your loved ones. Be very, very careful. Thank you for having me.
Manasa, Abhishek, the PayU team, thank you so very much for the interesting session that we had. I especially thank all the attendees who have joined us today. Right, you will get the presentation slide deck in your mailbox in a couple of days from now. Our marketing team from IDS Next will ensure that it comes to you. A recording of this webinar will also be available on our idsnext.com website. We hope this session was useful for you. You can always send in your questions through the feedback form and also your experience and suggestions to make these better. Thank you all and stay safe till we meet again. See you. Bye-bye.